Underneath Paris's brilliant boulevards, big cafes, and shining monuments is a whole city that most tourists don't know about. It's a maze of tunnels, galleries, bones, and secrets. Welcome to the Paris you never knew was underground. Welcome to the rise of cities. Today, we dig up the City of Light to find out how Paris became more than simply what you see above ground. We'll go down into a hidden world of quarries, then cemeteries, infrastructure tunnels, and other places that used to be quarries. We'll learn how Paris's hidden network shows its history, technology, crisis, inventiveness, and identity. Let's go through the 10 most important parts of this amazing drama that takes place beneath. Before we go on, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Old stone foundations. Geology is a big part of why Paris has so many underground places. Lutetia limestone, sometimes known as Paris stone, is found in the southern and left bank districts. For centuries, it was quarried to build many of Paris's major buildings. Starting in Roman times and getting worse in the Middle Ages, laborers excavated shafts down to the limestone layer and then pulled blocks out horizontally, leaving behind a honeycomb of tunnels and holes. Mining without any checks, with hidden risks. By the 17th and 18th centuries, Paris had grown beyond the areas where minerals were extracted. The network of empty galleries wasn't just interesting, it was dangerous. In 1774, a spectacular event happened when a home and street fell into a sinkhole along the Rue d'Enfer, literally Street of Hell, over a mine gap. This caused worry, and in 1777, King Louis XVI set up the Inspection Générale des Carrières, General Quarry Inspection, to map, secure, and control the voids. This was the first time Paris saw its underworld as a mirror city underneath the city above. Too many graves above. While the tunnels were being stabilized underground, another issue was brewing above ground. The graves in the city were overflowing. The cemetery of Les Innocents was an important place for Paris for hundreds of years. By the end of the 18th century, it was full, and the smell and sickness were big problems. A basement wall next to the cemetery fell down in 1780 because of the weight of the decaying bodies. This shows that ignoring the dead may be just as bad as ignoring the living. The city needed a solution to keep the streets from falling apart and a place to bury millions of people. The underground ossuary takes shape. The combination of quarry dangers and cemetery overcrowding led to one of the most amazing urban reactions in the world, turning abandoned quarries into ossuaries, tunnels, and passages for the dead. In the late 1780s, it was decided to move bodies from the city's cemeteries to the old quarry galleries under the plain of Montrouge, which is south of the city. The place turned into what we now call the Catacombs of Paris. From 1786 on, wagons conveyed the bones of millions of people, about 6 million, according to estimates, every night. Urban growth and the challenge of the underground Paris grew quickly in the 19th and 20th centuries, which made it more crowded, in need of better transportation, and had contemporary utilities. But developing in a city with a huge underground network took some new ideas. To stop collapses, authorities have to constantly check, stabilize, and map voids. Knowing about the underground became an important feature of city planning. The underground city was no longer just a novelty. It was an important part of the city above. For instance, houses fell down when the foundations above empty galleries gave way. Culture, secret societies, and urban explorers. Under the boulevards, a different culture grew. Urban explorers, cataphiles, and secret groups that illegally and silently walk the maze of tunnels, sometimes for art and sometimes for fun. Some tunnels have hidden parties, secret movie theaters, and art installations. The underground city has its own secret map, its own regulations, and its own visitors. Uses nowadays in tourism. Today, the underground city is a mix of a historical landmark, an engineering wonder, and a place for tourists to visit. Limited parts of the catacombs are exposed to the public. Guided tours let you see the ossuary and quarry galleries. lessons, safety, and architecture. What can we learn from the story of Paris's underground? First, geology is important. The city's location on old quarries made it necessary to recognize hidden risks, such as sinkholes and collapses, and the necessity for mapping and monitoring. Second, infrastructure has several layers. Cities don't just end at the surface. Third, change. Paris took its problems, overcrowded cemeteries and empty spaces beneath, and made them into chances, a huge ossuary and public infrastructure. Paris teaches modern towns, especially older ones, to look into what's under their streets. What will your city do with its underground city? How will it plan for risk and use space again? The future of the hidden city. As you walk down Paris's vast boulevards, keep in mind that there is another Paris underneath that is silently supporting, swallowing, and surprising. There is always maintenance work to be done, such as fixing leaks, making sure the tunnels are safe, and turning existing galleries into new ones. A new piece says that the bones and tunnels need to be restored on a huge scale to keep them safe. Thanks for joining us on Rise of Cities to see the hidden parts of Paris. We have seen how there is a complicated underground world of geology, death, engineering, culture, and adaptability under one of the most visited cities in the world. If you like this trip, please like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next urban deep dive. Until next time, keep looking down, looking beneath, and finding cities that are more than just their facades.